So, on this week's podcast,
Yes.
the Vince medical issue.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
That was a bit worrying.
Yeah. Well, now I have to explain what happened, of course.
There's always something up with you, eh?
Yeah, but very special things.
Yes.
Although very special.
Well.
It happens to a lot, I'm sure. But we
Yeah.
went swimming. I went swimming with Amber, finally.
On Saturday.
And but my ears got blocked. That's it. It's not the first time it happened. So I at least knew what it was. Just a lot of earwax.
Mm-hmm.
And then I made the mistake of going in there with some cotton buds. Would you call them cotton buds?
Yes. Yeah.
And thus shoving the earwax in deeper, more compact.
It's so tempting to do that, though.
Yeah.
You think that it's going to help, but...
Because you start thinking, well, it might just soak out the water, you know?
Yes, it goes like that.
You don't laugh too loud, my ears are really sensitive.
Okay, I'll talk like this.
Yeah, but what's happened since I cleared them is that I really hear much higher treble than usual. So
Okay.
everything, like the really crispy stuff, and
Yeah, high-pitched.
yeah, everything sounds very tinny.
Mm.
So I don't know if I have to clear out a bit more maybe, or just let it be. Well, I'm gonna let it be for today
Yeah.
because it was a little quite irritated.
Yeah, you've been poking about quite a bit in there, so I think you need to let it recover a bit.
Yeah, bad choice. Never poke in your ear, people. Don't do what I did.
And you had it with both ears. It wasn't just the one ear.
Yeah, that was actually, I think that was better than having only one ear open. One ear really makes you, everything's out of whack, you're out of balance. Everything sounds so strange. Whereas with both ears, everything's just muffled.
Yeah.
Like you got headphones on all the time. And in the beginning it was like, oh my God, like I'm not going to hear what people are saying. But it was actually really pleasant.
Yeah, you don't hear the girls screaming so much. Or...
Shouting, it was wonderful. And then sleeping, wow.
Yeah.
I slept the best.
You were out like that, and I would come downstairs and make a noise, and you wouldn't wake up.
With the lights on, I slept through everything. So
the cat meowing, everything.
Yeah, it was amazing. I would really wake up in the morning and go like, okay, everybody had a good night's sleep. And then you said, no, it's up during this, and then that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay, it was, it happened in the weekend, so I couldn't get to the pharmacy. It happened on a Saturday, so yesterday, we released this on a Wednesday. So 2 days ago, by the time you hear this, I managed to get to the pharmacy. And a nice lady helped me get a very simple thing. It's like just a balloon. Literally, it looks like a balloon.
Yeah.
And you squeeze it in the water to soak up the water, and then
squirt it in your ear.
Squirt it in your ear. And after doing that quite a few times, a lot of stuff came out.
Yeah, black stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, really crazy.
It was really. I remember the first time it happened when we were in Spain.
Oh, yeah.
It never happened to me. So then I was really worried.
Yeah.
I was really frustrated as well. It made me so angry because it felt so annoying the whole time that you just couldn't unblock the thing, the ear. So I started poking around with it, with things that I really shouldn't have done. And because I know back in the days my dad would do it when I was younger. He would go get in there, but he could then see clearly and he'd be very careful and take out some stuff.
Right, okay.
Because I really could hear things rattle in there, you know.
Ooh.
Excuse me. That was very frustrating. So he would do it. But then I decided to do it myself. And that wasn't a good idea. Things started to get really irritated in there.
And painful.
And we went to a doctor there. And he had a good look. And he says, what have you been doing? I said, well, I was using like a toothpick. And he goes, are you crazy? He said, you could have damaged your eardrum. I should never do that. Says, but yeah, it's really blocked. So here, I had to hold a tray next to my ear, and he was just gonna, with a nice squirt gun.
Like a syringe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A syringe for water, or whatever, I guess you could shove in there. Nice warm water. Did it a few times, and quite some bits came out.
Big bits, yeah.
And I was like, wow, oh, that's great. You know, he says, oh, we're not done yet. Like, how much can be in an ear?
Yeah.
He shoved the thing back in. and literally a trumpet of earwax came out. You know, in Shrek, he does this.
Yeah.
He picks it out himself,
Yeah.
and I think does he even eat it?
Oh, probably. I don't remember.
Well, I don't. That one. So I think there must be still stuff in there, because what came out was bits
Yes.
and quite some good chunks. But not. I don't remember.
No. And your ears are even bigger now than they were in those days.
That was with you. Straight.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Your
Yeah,
head
my
is
ears-
bigger now.
My ears have grown. since then.
Yeah.
What did you say? My ears have grown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Is that the part of your body that always keeps growing? Is it your
Well,
ears?
I mean, your head is bigger, right? So if your ears were to stay the same size as they were when you were 23, then, they would look a bit out of proportion. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, and I think it's a natural thing that happens to men. Their ears get longer when they get older.
I think you might be right that the ears are one part that always keep growing, right?
Yeah. I think your eyes stay the same. But your ears
don't keep growing.
no.
That's weird. Really, the eyes will keep growing. The bigger, the bulges. Yeah. And your nose keeps growing like Pinocchio. Every time you lie, it gets bigger. Oh. Well, I'm glad it's over, but everything is very loud all of a sudden, and that's what I remember the first time as well. I could hear things so clearly.
Yeah, I remember we went back to the car and
that was in
switched
Spain,
in Spain all those years ago, and we switched on the engine. The radio came on, and you were like, "Whoa,
why is it so loud?"
Yeah.
And you said you always have it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would always complain about that.
I would, yeah.
And if you would watch TV in the evening, you was like, "Why do you have it so loud?"
Yeah.
I said, "I can barely hear anything."
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first time, and I had it done a couple of more times after that at the doctor. But I found that you can just do it yourself if you do it with some water.
Mm-hmm.
Now we were putting in olive oil drops.
Warm olive oil. Yeah, I was spooning it in.
Yeah, which,
And that seemed to soften it. But
exactly, and then I think it comes out easier
Yeah.
once you spray it. So normally you're supposed to do that for like 3 days, and then you hose the stuff out.
yeah, flush it
But
out.
I couldn't wait. Once I got that thing, I was like, I need to get at least one ear open because I couldn't hear. I was speaking to Mum, and I told her, okay, I'm quite deaf. My ears are blocked. Okay, so she was talking at some stage. She started talking loud, and she started talking normal. And I couldn't hear anything she said. So I really can't hear what she's saying. He said, "Whoa, you're really deaf." Like, yeah, I really can't. It's really like almost like being underwater.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness me!
Yeah.
So that is that. I'm still gonna, like I say, do it a few more times.
But you can hear things, and it's not painful, so that's the most important.
That is pretty nice.
Yeah.
An irritated ear. It's so sensitive in there.
Yeah.
I think I might have already irritated it just by poking around with my fingers, and I'm probably dirty. And then
Yeah.
because I was working outside so much, and then a bit of dirt comes in, you quickly inflame something.
Yes. Yeah, you have to be careful.
So yeah, that was the happening over the weekend.
Yes.
Very exciting.
And then you were lying here because I would drip the warm olive oil in your ears, and you wanted to lay there for 10 minutes, to really let it
Here on the
soak in.
sofa, yeah.
And then Amber would come and she'd lie beside you.
Oh, she cuddles up with me.
She's so sweet.
She always, when something happens to me, she really wants to take care.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Yeah. And I was coughing as well because of all the dust I've been working in lately. And I was yesterday at some stage, I was coughing, and she goes, "Papa, coughing again."
I didn't hear that.
No, it was
that's
somewhere outside. We were doing something together.
Okay. It's just so funny.
Yeah, she's really good. She's both the girls, Yasmin as well. She's so funny.
Yeah.
That girl can crack you up.
Yeah, really.
She's a real little actress, and it's a real character. It's nice. She's very different. I look forward to seeing what our boy is going to be like.
Yes, absolutely.
5 more weeks, she said.
5 weeks today. Yeah.
5 weeks today.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go quickly. And
It
then
is.
how much earlier was Yasmin again?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So it could be 3 weeks already.
Yes, well, let's hope not, because you're going away for a couple of days in 2 weeks. Well, no, that's in 2
That's in
weeks.
2.
Yeah, so that's a week earlier.
Yeah.
But still,
Well, look, I mean, if something's going to happen around that time, I'll cancel the appointment.
Yeah, of course.
We're talking about my passport. I need to
Mm-hmm.
renew, and I need to drive to Stockholm for that. Which is a
At least an overnight trip.
12-hour drive there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not a bit hard to do 24 hours in one day driving.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
I'm not allowing you to do that.
It'd be pretty crazy.
Yes.
No, that's... so we'll be an overnighter. Yeah, I still have to see where I'm going to stay overnight. Find a place. Find a place at the Ritz.
You'll never come back.
Have the honeymoon suite place, just for one.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just annoying that I have to drive all the way. So I'm still going to give him a call. I was thinking about that actually this week. Just the final check. Are you sure?
There's no other way.
Yeah.
You can just do it up here.
It's pretty crazy.
How can you not just go to the police and say, look, I'm here. I am who I say I am.
Take a picture.
Look, my photograph looks like me, you know, and then tell the Dutch embassy, yeah, it's this guy.
No. Yeah, this is the only reason I'm thinking of changing to a Swedish passport once we're eligible next year.
Make life easier.
It's just that will be easier. But now that I'm going for a renewal, I guess it will be for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long they renew your passport for these days, but should be a while.
Mm-hmm.
Unless my ears start to grow really quickly.
And it doesn't look like you anymore. And your nose is really big.
This guy had plastic surgery. Yeah. So we'll see about that. I don't know. It will be a nice trip. I might take the camera, film things.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
Anything interesting you see along the way?
Yeah. We have millions of views. Living remotely. 12-hour trip for a passport renewal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it will be nice to show a bit of Sweden, I think. Because I'm pretty much driving through the whole of Sweden almost.
Mm-hmm. And you'll see the change. Because up here, by that time, it'll be really snowy.
I don't know.
Then,
hopefully. It'll be nice.
So we had our first snowfall a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
There was
yesterday.
like a little...
It's still lying on the ground a
Yeah,
bit.
the day before yesterday, I think, there was like a dusting.
Okay.
And then yesterday it was like proper snowflakes.
First the dusting, then the sprinkling.
Yes.
Okay.
And that, yeah. So that was like the first snow. But it's not really covered the ground yet.
No, up here, because we're a bit higher than in town. When I was in town, there was nothing
In
there.
town it's just wet.
When I drove back in, there's still snow lying around. Mm-hmm. But like you say, it's a few patches here and there. It's mainly just wet. Mm-hmm. Which is, but I don't know if there's going to be any snow on November. Last year as well wasn't so.
Not so
There
much.
wasn't really anything, I think, around in November. So we'll see. Anyway, I've put, I'll still need to put the snow tires, the winter tires on the other car, Mum's car.
Yeah,
so I can
definitely.
use that. So you have a car here.
Yep.
And then if anything happens, you can drive yourself to Luxembourg to the hospital.
Yes. I have been going through all the possible scenarios just to prepare myself for any situation.
Sure. Didn't even think about that. Mm-hmm. Well, you got your bag. Your bag is packed.
My bag is packed, yep.
So you're ready for that? The hospital.
I just don't have a bag packed for the girls yet. So I should really get that sorted out so that I can just drop them off with their friends, drop the bag off.
Do the honks, drop them out the car, race off. Yeah.
Here's the bag.
Go.
Bye.
Have a nice few days off at home.
Yeah, false alarm. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Let's hope they don't watch this now.
Yeah. Busted.
Well, that's exciting then.
Yeah. Exciting indeed, having a little baby around again.
Yeah, and we were talking about that this is it.
Yes,
This is
you've
the last-
mentioned it several times
I have
now.
mentioned it several
Maybe
times
3 or 4
because
times.
I've not really seen it from your side.
Oh
You're
no,
already
this
done.
is it for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
You are done.
I'm done after this one.
Okay, I wasn't so sure.
Yeah, no,
I was saying that to
absolutely.
Mum, this is the last one. She says, goodness me, I would hope so.
Yes, please. Yeah, no, that's it. I think having 3, I want to have the energy for the 3. I don't want any more than that.
And I was saying as well, I mean, you'd probably be 47 or something if you have
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
So by the time that one goes out the door at 18 years old, then you're going to be like 60, 65?
Mm. Yeah.
So that's, it would be
That's
nice if, and it's not, look, I was saying as well, if we'd have the choice to have 4 children, I would say, yeah, that could be fun.
if we were younger.
If we would, exactly.
Yeah.
If we'd have those kids now, it would be
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
But to go through the whole process again of being
Mm-hmm.
pregnant and all the nappy changing, that's going to just keep on dragging on like this. And at some stage, we came out here to do stuff together.
Yes.
And at this rate, we're just having children.
Yeah.
Those are the plans we were having. I mean, of course, in getting stuff done, but a lot of the time it'd just be great to have a helping hand.
Yeah, it goes
and
a
a lot
lot
of fun.
slower.
It'll be a lot of fun to do it together.
Yeah.
We'd really get a lot more done.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No, that's for sure. I'm
3 is a lot of kids.
Well, it is, yeah.
Not many people have 3 kids.
I mean, that's 5 toothbrushes in the bathroom,
Yeah,
That's a lot of clothes to wash.
yeah, and there's no extension going to be built anytime soon here.
No.
So,
Yeah, I need to get a new clothes horse because I'm struggling to keep up with the washing as it is.
the washing machine is doing well though, is it?
Yeah, the washing machine does well.
I'm happy with that one.
Yeah, a dryer would help though.
Okay.
Because then I can get the sheets and the towels out the way
Okay.
and then get another washing on of clothes sooner.
Well, I should have said we get the one that we still have in the other house installed.
Yeah, let's do that. I really need it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because otherwise I have to wait like at least
That's
full...
light. That's light. I can even lift it up by myself.
Yeah?
So I can move it by myself.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I managed the washing machine to get it out of there, out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely didn't manage the dryer.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is, getting it down the stairs is maybe a bit more tricky here. But anyway,
It's tricky, yeah.
that we can do. That sounds good.
Yeah, nice.
I was going to say something there, but I forgot now.
We were talking about kids.
Yeah,
Washing.
I don't know what I was going to go off on. Oh yeah, the new house. I was thinking, I've been looking at cows, what kind of cows to get.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm very excited about it. And Mum was asking, are you sure? What is your plans here? Because it just seems like, oh, you're so busy. And I think, well, you've really reached your limit of how busy you can get. And then you buy another place.
Yeah.
The whole farm that comes with it and everything. I mean, how are you going to deal with all this? I said, well, the idea is, of course, right now I'm busy putting systems in place that will free up a lot of time in the future. And so the idea is that we're definitely going to have cows. I just don't know how many, but maybe they will turn into 10 cows in the future. But we're starting with, the aim is, I think, 3. Mm-hmm. Perhaps to have a bull and 2 cows.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how it works yet. But I want to be self-sufficient with it and not have to pay a lot for an insemination every year to get the cows pregnant. Mm-hmm. I'd love it for it just to happen like with the sheep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big news, everybody.
Yeah.
Biggie is not gay. Or he's bisexual, maybe, but he's certainly not 100% gay.
No.
Because he tried to get it on with one of the girls, and the girl was ready. I think it was Chubby.
Mm-hmm.
And she really stood back and like he does they do their little move. First he smells, then his lips curl, because he's excited, meaning something's going on.
Yeah.
They're on heat.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does this little thing where he goes to the side with his head. It's almost like he's asking her or telling her like, hey, this time, shall we do it? And she was, as normally I'd see them kind of, like, what are you doing? Now get out the way. Mm-hmm. But she then went like, yeah. And the tail went up and started wagging. It's like, wow, okay. And then he jumped up, but that the getting mounted part was still scary, it seems, for her.
Well, yeah, I guess. for the first time.
First time, I think he's been trying this since last winter, no?
Yeah, okay, but I mean, like proper.
That's why they're not pregnant yet. Poor guy's been trying his best, probably. And so, but I saw something spurt out of the penis.
So it wasn't in her then.
I don't think so. I think he missed. Because but it seems to happen really quick. Because he literally jumped on her, and then he already had a hard on, of course, and then, well, he missed.
So we'll see. I mean, he's trying. It's a good sign.
Now they're inside in a small space. This was outside in the field, so maybe it will be easier there once she's on the heat again.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see.
Yeah. So with the cows, I was thinking, well, I mean, I just don't know how difficult it is to keep a bull, and we'll have to see what type of cow we're going to get.
Yeah, the advice that we've seen so far is not to start with cows that have horns, which I think is very good advice.
Probably not, but especially with small children around.
Yeah.
Pretty dangerous. And for yourself as well. But,
Definitely.
you know, look, if you wanted it, we would have done it. You know, like we do everything, you know, at some stage for the first time. So it's we don't ease into everything.
No, we don't. That's not our style.
No. So, but there's some cows here that don't have horns that are good for this climate, local ones.
Mountain cows.
Yeah, fjellkoe. So we're going to see what type exactly, and
Where we
but
can
they're
get
a
them.
bit smaller as well, it seems, which is great because the barn at the new place isn't gigantic.
It isn't gigantic.
And I couldn't imagine these big cows with big horns standing in there and putting their heads into the feeding trough.
I mean, it's quite hard to imagine at the moment because there's lots of cages separating it up. So maybe once we take that out, it'll be like, whoa, actually, this is quite a big space.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll see. We'll see when the time comes.
You'd have a bit more space to maneuver, that's for sure. But they look like it would be fitting at least 4 cows, I would say. Except that the 4th part I would thought would be good for a milking station. But
I think that's a good idea.
they seem to be good for this. They seem to be friendly. They seem to be good grazers as well, so they can really go and find their own grazing pasture even in the forest and everything. They're very good with that, and their milk is also not in abundance. However, it's good milk, a bit thicker. I think Newton was talking about that as well. That is then better for making milk, and this
Cheese.
Cheese and butter. But this one was specifically good for cheese as well. It said, and, well, it's all very exciting.
Yeah, we go through a lot of cheese.
Oh man, the amount we spend on dairy, milk.
Yeah, it's our
butter.
biggest. It's our biggest.
It's also
shopping
because
expense.
butter is bloody expensive.
Oh man, it's so expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know what the price of butter is like elsewhere in the UK or in the States or whatever, but it's so much.
Yeah, we're close to the €7 now for a packet of butter.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
Yeah,
73 kroner, so maybe 6.50,
€6.
€6.
Yeah.
That's insane. So we're trying to only buy it when they give when there's an offer on,
And then we buy
a bunch.
loads. Yeah, because it does last for quite a while.
But now, of course, everybody's doing that because the price has gone so high that you really need to be there quickly to get a deal.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And the milk, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to the price.
I
of
don't
milk.
know. I don't know how the price of milk is. But yeah, butter and cheese.
Cheese, we buy a lot, and it's not great cheese that we buy.
No.
I mean, it's Gouda. That's the best cheese on the planet. But
No.
just because I'm Dutch, I'm saying that.
Yeah, but it's.
But it's cheap, and it's probably not the most real cheese you can have.
No, I don't know either if it really is.
And, so that would be amazing if you can make that yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Any kind of cheese would be great. Yeah.
Mozzarella would be pretty nice to make.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. What's where that comes it's from the buffalo, then.
Oh, so you can't make that from a normal cow?
I don't know what they do. Traditionally, it's mozzarella.
Buffalo, yeah.
So
So
I don't know. We'd have to see.
that's a good question.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I know we won't be able to make parmesan though, right? Because
it'd
that's
be quite a process.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, there's a whole bunch of YouTube videos of people making different. When I was looking
exactly.
at the sheep, the cheese that you could make with sheep, like feta, and What was the other one?
Looney?
Ricotta that you could make on the
Oh,
spot, I
ricotta.
think. It's
Yeah, you've
super
seen
quick.
it on the cooking shows that they can make that in a like
Yeah.
a half-hour challenge.
So, and then boom, there you have it on your
Yeah, I
breakfast.
think you just add vinegar or lemon juice, let it sit, and then squeeze out the bits.
Okay, maybe. So those, yeah, we'll have to see what
Yeah,
what they do.
exactly. We'll look that up when the time comes.
Yeah, I mean, I can wait to try and make things like blue cheese and stuff like that. But it's all very nice and a romantic idea, but all to actually do it all is so much work.
Yes, yeah.
It's not like you're going to sit back on the sofa and watch the cheese grow.
No, just get the cow to make the cheese.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah, it's not a click on your laptop and a game. Click.
Yeah.
The cheese is out. So that's
So that'll maybe be in spring. I mean, the prices are
Yeah.
a bit more expensive in spring, but look, there's no point in getting one now because we don't have hay for
no.
cows over the winter. So
No,
we'll just have
exactly.
to wait.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to buy machinery for the haymaking and all that. Because,
Yeah.
like Mum was saying, how are you going to do that? I said,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that all with a scythe, am I?
No, we can do it for 3 sheep, but not 3 sheep and 3 cows. That's
Yeah.
impossible.
Now, it's a challenge to do all these fields that around us, but now with extra fields that we're going to need, and
Yeah.
we'll be talking to the locals because there's a few more houses with big fields around, or at least one of them that I know that Thomas was taking care of as well, like he was doing here, and he'd rather not take care of
Yeah.
it. Like this year, in fact, they only mowed down the fields; they didn't take it for hay,
No.
like he had been doing the years before. So he's really totally done with us. He doesn't need them anymore. And that's what he said. If you get cows and you need more winter hay, you go talk to those guys that
Yeah.
he's been taking from.
And it's a
because
big field.
that's a lot there.
That's
yeah.
a lot.
And then of course you got Niels as well, Niels Olke. Talk to him about it as well
Yeah.
because he hasn't done his fields this year. I think it was too much for him.
Uh-huh.
He hasn't mowed them down like he normally does.
Okay.
Yeah, he does his grass around
Yeah,
the
he
house.
does the grass. Yeah, the grass
with
always
the
looks
doors,
really
With
nice.
his nice lawnmower, but
Yeah.
not with the tractor where he's actually taking down the pasture for mowing. So, yeah, no, that would be good investing in a few machines.
Yes.
You need to get this Airbnb going for that though. So you wanted to go shopping in Lycksele.
Yes, get some bits and bobs, get that set up.
It's a bit difficult because I still have to get the trench done, but we're nearing the end of that.
Yeah,
On
you've been
Thursday we'll be
working-
actually getting the wood chip boiler in.
Yeah, that's coming on Thursday,
Yeah.
and you've been working really hard to get. So all the pipes are in, not the electrical cable, but
Yeah.
the other pipes are
It's
in.
pretty much an electrical cable. I have to push it on the other side, and then
Yeah, but the one that goes half a meter down.
oh no, but it's the struggle with making sand out here. And we made our own little sieve. Well,
Yeah.
a good sieve for it, but you have to do it all by hand, and there's no sand. Like I said, everything has got stones and rocks in it, so it's a lot of manual sifting that I'm having to do.
Yeah.
But I was just going through it yesterday. I had a good day.
Yeah, you got a lot
I was
done.
able to do that for a long time. So in the snow, right now it's snowing again.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, it's wet, so that's good. The ground is still soft.
Yeah,
If it
it's
would be
not
freezing.
frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one day where it was frozen. I really had to go through a patch like this with the pickaxe smashing down several times just to get a crack open to get to the dirt underneath. It was soft.
Yeah.
So that would put a bit of pressure on me, of course, thinking, this is now, any moment and it's over.
Yeah, that's it,
You
because
gotta
you
go.
still have to push it. We're using the sand to protect the pipes, but then once
Yeah.
they've got a decent layer of sand, then we can just chuck the dirt with the stones on the top.
Exactly.
Still
Carefully.
carefully. that
I'm
we
making
don't
quite a
puncture.
good layer, so I could, what I could do with that first layer is either I was thinking of shoveling some in manually,
Yeah.
because then I'm not picking up any big rocks.
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
and shovel that. Or I go in with the backhoe bucket and lower it down.
Oh, yeah, so that it's not coming from...
That I think I might be scraping more off the walls than if I do that, because I'll be coming on sideways into the trench.
Yes.
So I think it's best to go at it manually. Some things just have to be done manually. You think, oh, that's a big job, but once you just get stuck in,
Yeah.
it's done before you know
And
it.
it'll be worth it, because you don't want to risk damaging the pipes,
No. So it's good. It's a good thick layer of sand that I'm working on, and you don't want any sharp stones rubbing off in the winter when things freeze and thaw. The ground moves, and it's looking really good. I'm quite excited about it. So I'm almost done. The last few meters, maybe 3 meters left out of 40. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's good going.
Yeah, it's just and then fill up the holes in the house. Get that compact. Have the pipes in place, and then get the wood chip boiler on Thursday into the barn, and then I'm going to look at what kind of attachments that has, and then I'll order all the plumbing bits in one go, just at the same time.
Yeah, because it's quite a lot of connections that you need to go from the hot to the cold, to the pump,
oh
to
man,
the
so
tap,
many connections.
to the tank,
buffer tank,
boiler, water tank.
Yeah,
quite a lot of connections.
Yeah, exactly. You need circulation pumps in between and other thermostats and
valves and.
So it's ball valves. We're learning that word now.
Yeah.
So that is a huge job, but it's at the same time going to be really cool. Lower the bills again.
Yes.
You can have heatings down in the basement and not think all the time like about all the electricity that is using.
Yes.
It's barely using any.
And not have to worry that when I'm doing a lot of dishes that there's not enough water for hot showers or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be quite a luxury.
And then after that we can go to Luxor, so maybe on Friday we could go.
Right, okay. Friday we've got the midwife at 1.
Well, there you go. So we're not doing that then. Well, it maybe will have to happen next week then, on Monday or something.
Yeah.
And then we can put the Airbnb up for people to come in and rent it out.
Yeah.
Make a bit of money, and then we really have to work on the other bloody house.
Yeah, maybe we'll be ready for like the 1st of November then, something like that.
For the Airbnb?
Yeah, that's maybe a good start date.
Be quite impressive, yeah?
Yeah.
See how it goes. Yeah, see what people want. But we need a bit of income coming in now.
Yes.
So that is the plan for getting lots of machines to help us. And then you can do that. Then you can have more cows and animals.
Yeah, that'll save a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's been what's going on the homestead, really.
Yeah, it's just really been focusing on this trench.
Yeah. Absolutely. While doing other things. Got the sheep in now. They've had enough of the pastures.
Yeah, there's not really any grass out there anymore for them.
Now you see it's snowing properly again.
Yeah.
So it's just going to cover the ground again. And then they have to... they can't really get through it with their noses or whatever you call it, their mouths.
Snouts?
Snouts.
Or is that just a pig?
Yeah, I was going to say beak. But that's
different.
Yeah. Well, then I said we should prepare a segment every week for the podcast. So what did you come up with for this week?
We talked about, I don't know. I didn't come up with anything.
So unprofessional.
I tried, but I couldn't think of anything that happened this week that was interesting enough to really go into depths about.
No, really is when something happens in the week, we should just write it down straight away, the agenda.
Yes.
This will be something fun I want to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Or if there's any requests.
Any requests for us from our 3 viewers.
Yeah.
To talk
Well, we are gonna do a video soon for the Northern Family Homestead channel about how we bought the farm, the property.
Yeah, somebody was asking a bunch of questions about that, how much it cost, which I kind of said in the video, but how big the land is exactly and how we bought it. I think that is quite interesting for people to know, because I remember from us as well, at some stage, we tried to get the house from when we were still living in Luxembourg online.
Yeah, we tried to buy a few.
And it was just near impossible. So then you really have to come here and do it, and that was then also a question of how is it going to happen, for us? When are we going to find this place? And so I think that's quite a nice story to have out there a bit. And, and then people have an idea of what you need to do to really get a good opportunity, of course. Because,
I mean, it's not impossible to do it remotely.
No, because that's what I heard as well from people.
Dutch people have done it.
But then, do you know the area? Do you know
Yeah.
the locals? Do you know maybe you're in the middle of nowhere, and then it's hard. Whereas we're now kind of in the middle of nowhere, but we know people already because we
Yeah.
started in town,
Mm-hmm.
and so then you have connections. You know where everything is when things go wrong. You know where
Yes.
to find help. So yeah, that will be definitely an interesting story. So do not ask us any questions about the house.
It's coming.
We will
Be
talk
patient.
about it. And then yeah, no. So I thought about some kind of segment besides the homesteading or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I mean, it can be about homesteading, of
Like
course.
conspiracy or.
Yeah, I don't know how much people I love conspiracies. Absolutely.
Well, there's been quite a few videos with sightings of.
You want to talk about UFOs again? Did we not
Well,
talk about UFOs last time? Really, drones and all that.
oh yeah, we did talk about drones over the airports last time. Yeah, that's true.
I saw what was quite impressive was this thing on the sun.
Ah,
The
yeah.
guy, this
It looked a bit
geophysicist.
weird.
Yeah, this geophysicist was showing on his channel, and it was this amazing, almost like a dragon moving across the sun, but then 10,000 kilometers wide, in the
From a
space
solar
of a
flare.
minute or two.
Yeah.
I don't. It wasn't called a flare. It's a plasmoid
Ah,
movement.
okay.
Plasma, and they called it a plasmoid, I think.
Okay.
And it really moved it. You see it starting to build up on one side of the frame that they're showing it in. To give an idea, the diameter of the Earth is just over 12,000 kilometers, something like that. This was 10,000 kilometers, and it went from one side to the other in a space of like a minute. You see it go, whoo, but like a dragon, a dark bit. And this guy, what was very interesting, was saying, the scientists that had observed this, because we're getting better cameras, more detailed cameras, better lenses that are aimed at the sun, and of course other things in the sky. He says
Satellites and
you're going to
things.
catch better things. This was captured by one on Earth.
Okay.
It had like a 4 meter.
Ah, yeah.
Did he say it wasn't a lens, but a 4 meter wide
Aperture?
aperture?
Is
Yeah,
that what they call it?
and so they managed to catch more impressive things in details and start to really learn things that they didn't know before. This had never been observed before by the sun either.
Okay.
Something like this, a movement like this, which almost looks like intelligent movement.
Yeah, and is that because they couldn't see it in such detail, or is it because it just didn't exist?
But I think because they couldn't see it in such detail.
Okay, so this is something that.
That's what I'm saying. With
could have
improved
been-
cameras, these things are starting to get noticed now.
Yeah, okay.
And he says that, well, just like with, he was then comparing it to how amoeba, one-celled creatures on our planet move. They also, they have a tentacle that kind of moves out a bit. It searches for something, maybe food, and then the whole cell comes with it. Suddenly it moves along. And he says, so like we, like that's a one cell, and like we also have these movements in ourselves, but we are much bigger, of course, than one cell creatures. And then perhaps there's something way bigger living out there as well on the sun. He says, you can't rule it out. And so that was his theory of perhaps there's actual life on the sun.
That's crazy.
In forms, of course, that we don't know. And yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Invisible light.
What do I know?
What we can see is less than 1% of what's out there. So way less than 1%. So that's quite that was pretty cool. Well, that was one of the things. So talk about UFOs, extraterrestrials. That was one thing. I think there's a lot of uproar in the UK now about the digital ID, of course, that they're saying to implement, which will basically dictate everything that you're allowed to do and not. And I saw it's not just in the UK, it's actually going to go global because the United Nations is putting in
Okay.
by people that you haven't voted for, they're going to now push I don't know what they called it anymore, but it's not something that you as people vote for either. You can apparently say no to it, but you have to be aware of it, that it's out there.
Yeah.
And so they're going to over 193 countries will all take this up at the same time, because it will be pushed through the WHO.
Okay.
And then that's a biometric ID,
Uh-huh.
which I think is almost like getting a tattoo now or something like that. You get the mark of the beast, as the Christians would say it. It'll be printed on you, and they will be able
Printed
to.
on you, or you're printed on it?
I think it will be printed on you. That's the eventual idea. To have a
Really?
tattoo.
Okay. Well, that's scary.
I mean, it will certainly go that way. They will push it that way as long as people allow it to happen, and then you will be told whether you're allowed to have it be going on a plane, or if you're allowed to use the roads or buy food. But as long as you behave and do as you're told, of course. But if not, well, if people want to see what that's like, you just look at China. There they have the social credit score, and people are sleeping there out in the street now because they have been deemed unfit for society. Not because they didn't, they don't have a job or anything. It's just because they're not allowed to use transport, for example, or things like that, because they did something that was socially unacceptable by the Communist Party or whoever is in power. So that's another big uproar that's happening now, and well, we'll see how far they manage to get with that. And the other thing that was quite funny was all these comedians that have been going to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yes.
You heard about that?
Yeah, especially
Bill Burr, Kevin Hart,
been getting slated for
Louis
it.
C.K., and was it Dave Chappelle? These guys all went to this big Riyadh comedy festival. Everything is the Riyadh season these days. You have it in the UFC,
Yes.
wrestling, you see it everywhere. They're really trying to increase their sports entertainment, I guess, to distract the masses from what's really going on. And things like slavery, and I think they have 740,000 slaves in Saudi Arabia.
Whoa.
That's an insane amount of slaves. And so these, all these comedians that are, it's not just some unknown comedians. Like, if they were down and out, they needed a bunch of money because they got offered a lot of money, of course.
Yes.
Then I would have thought, okay, everybody's got a price, maybe they need to feed their kids. But these famous comedians that are already so rich, like, really? You needed that extra million or 100,000? Are you kidding me? That's such a joke.
I think Bill Burr, they said it was like 1.35 million or something that he got for it.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
But it's so hypocritical as well, because there's also clips of him in the past, slating other people for selling out like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was saying billionaires should die or be eaten by dogs or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
He actually said that as a theoretical thing, like, then they can make one in Saudi Arabia, go over there and do one of these festivals, saying that it should never happen. I don't know what he's saying about it sarcastically, but yeah, he slated other famous artists for performing for Gaddafi in Libya, Colonel Gaddafi at the time. And then he goes and does it himself.
Yeah.
The problem is then you're kind of... I'll be amazed if his career doesn't take a huge downfall from these other comedians. Well, the thing is, what he's doing now, he's talking back to everybody, and he's saying what he did was fine, and it was correct. Whereas, like, I think Louis C.K. and Dave Chappelle, they're just being quiet, which seems to be the best tactic these days with anybody that's in trouble. Just don't say anything, and it will just slowly go away.
Yeah.
but he's talking back. Another have apologized, which is also not a good idea, because you still get lots of backlash.
Yeah.
Probably for not having a spine or a backbone, but then, when you come back, you can't really make jokes anymore about that.
No.
Because people would just go like, "But you did it.
Yeah.
You went there. You gave in to these rich people, with slave owners, dictators." And so that is quite a debacle. Lots and lots of famous comedians.
Yeah, very controversial.
I mean, how much money do you need?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I always thought that saying everybody has a price, and it really is true. There's, what are you willing to do to your own image and your own
your reputation,
how you can sleep at night, even just
Yeah.
with yourself, being with yourself alone. You're not thinking about that?
when is enough?
Yeah. And then to go and justify it afterwards and defend it like, no, it's great, It's there were people there that they also deserve. One was saying like, well, you know, the people that live there, they have been so oppressed, so it's good for them to see and get this kind of entertainment. And it's like, yeah, but it's only a select few people that were allowed to go there, and you were still paid by the royals there. You know? The self-proclaimed royals, because not even, I think, the real royals. But yeah, so that's
Yeah, that was some controversial news.
yeah, I think it's a lot of bit, you know. I think a lot of people are really going completely down the wrong road here. They just don't care. Don't
Yeah,
care.
really selfish.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just really mind-boggling. Like, I'm never going to listen to Wilbur again.
You
know,
used
for
to
me.
be. You used to be a really big fan
It's
of
my
Wilbur.
favorite. What
Yeah.
he would talk about how he would make fun of things in such a way that you could not deny it.
Yes,
Like, okay, yeah,
but
or
real life stuff,
Yeah.
like the relationship between a father and a son, because
Yeah.
he had like a tyrannical father, and
Yeah, exactly. Or women, or making fun of women in such a way that women could not even be really outraged by it.
Yes.
But what he was saying was really on the limit.
Yeah.
Like about hitting a woman.
Yeah.
Bits like that. But he was so good at that, of pushing the limit. And then suddenly, yeah, after COVID, he kind of turned and he became more left and whatever left is. But
yeah, he started supporting the vaccines and dissing people that were anti-vaxxers.
yeah, exactly. Like suddenly that was a popular thing to do, and he just became, he went with what was popular at the time. And now he's come completely that way to, yeah, well, you pay me money. There you go. I'll go.
I'll say what you want.
Yeah, I'll dance and like a monkey for you for that money.
That's
no
a good
problem.
analogy. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it never get to that. You know that you start to earn money, because then it was the same with golf. Yeah, what is it called, the PGA, Pro Golf Association, I guess, something like that. And then the Saudis started one themselves. Live Golf is called, and they started paying these pro golfers insane amounts of money, hundreds of millions,
Wow.
like for the famous ones.
Goodness me.
Yeah, and then in the PGA you actually have to win to make a lot of money. Whereas there they just gave him a base salary of that.
Just
Here's
to
100
play.
million, and then if you win, some can still earn millions per tournament. You know, so there, this of course someone like, well, okay.
Well, yeah.
But then you still go, well, yeah. I mean, you've already earned tens of millions in your career.
Well, that's true. These are pro golfers.
How much more do you need?
Yeah.
How much bigger does your house need to be?
Yeah.
Like, how many rooms, how many urinals do you need in your house to go take a piss and not think like, well, this is one too many. I've never been in this urinal before. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
How big is your family that you need that many rooms? I don't know. I think it's just utterly ridiculous how some people live.
Yeah.
And think that is still not enough, and think like, well, I had 100 million. I could do with another 100 million.
Yeah.
Well, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a good question. How far do you go? How much do you need?
Honestly, maybe if you want to do something really good with that money, I can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of, worthwhile charities that you know what they're actually doing with the money.
Yes,
and it's actually going
genuine.
to something useful. But yeah, I doubt that these guys are paying millions. 100 million into a charity.
No.
Unless they maybe have some other side, what do you say, agenda for that. Like Bill Gates loves to do with his foundation. So, but yeah, so that's what I was thinking about, that how much money is enough money.
Yeah.
And where are you willing to stop?
Yeah, where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Is it like the more money you have, the more money you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never ending.
Then it's never ending.
It never is. You can never have enough. That's why I think that is true. Like, money doesn't make you happy. It doesn't never give you true happiness.
No, because you'll always want more.
Yeah, it never is enough. I think if you start to realize that, then you only need a right enough amount of money to do what you need to do in life, because
but then you
that
need to
is the
figure out what is it that makes you happy then.
yeah, exactly. Well, like us having a family, trying to be self-sustainable and live in nature.
Yeah.
That's something that we like to do. I think finding true love, something a love of something that you like to do, or love to be with somebody, or. But money is not going to give you true happiness. However, because of how the world is, of course, made, thanks to the banks, making us completely dependent on money, then yes, money will give you that dopamine effect of, oh my God,
Well,
this feels
yes.
good because I can now actually do what I want to do.
And it's not only that, it's also the social media, it's also advertising that makes you think that your lives are not enough. That they'll look at their life, they're happy, because they've got this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And if you had this, this, and this, then you would be happy too.
Oh, yeah. You could also get fake boobs and these nice fancy sunglasses and lie in the sun all day.
Yeah, and then I would be happy for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's so fake what they make that out to be, of course. And a young generation that follows the social media.
The influencers.
Influencers, gurus, they, of course, are easily influenced by this and think like that's how I want to be.
Yeah, and because they make a lot of money from it as well.
Yeah, you see it. Yeah. No, it's terrible. It's so difficult not to be distracted as a child, especially.
Not to get sucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to believe that, and that's why it's so difficult to start it. When you, because it's so difficult to when do you give a child the first phone? When we were younger, it was quite easy. You could really only play Snake.
Yes.
On your phone and call your parents, something.
Yeah.
Not everybody still had a mobile phone, so it wasn't like you were calling your mates all day.
No.
When you were in early teenage years, Whereas now if you give a phone, it has to be a smartphone because it's almost impossible to get.
It needs to have the internet on it.
And these kids can have access to anything. Of course, you can now.
You can block it.
Put lots of blockers on there, but not everybody does that. Not every parent is as vigilant, I'm sure.
No.
And so millions and millions of children have access to things that, goodness me, they're way too young for. Getting their brains scrambled and confused, especially. That's what really is going on these days. We got a little request to answer some questions for the school. And thinking
questionnaire.
What do you think is most important for your child here at the school? I've been really thinking about that. Yeah, what is the most important? And I think just let them play with each other all day, and just if they show an interest in something specifically, like they really like reading or they really like painting, then let them paint more, then we can push that a bit. But otherwise, then just let them discover it themselves. And don't put your nonsense and your ideologies already in their face this early on.
Yes.
Saying that, oh yes, if you're a girl, well, you can also be a boy if you like. Jeez, why? Don't say that.
No.
If the girl itself says, I want to be a boy, okay, well, let's play like you're a boy one day for fun or whatever. But just to play, let's not go into the whole ideology then straight away of
telling them that it's an option for them.
Yeah, exactly.
To change.
Just let them play. Let them have fun.
Natural.
Exactly, and don't put these religions in their face either. Let them discover it all by themselves, and see and let them have and I think that will create the most open mind, so that they can then make a nice decision of what they enjoy doing in life, instead of already shoving them in a certain direction at such early age. It's so I was thinking about that. Probably just let them play.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would make me happiest if they could discover things, and what's of course then nice if they do have a lot of options to play with at school. I mean, there's only so much you can give them as options at that age, and that the school can afford as well. Of course.
Yes, within reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Vogel got nice and comfy there. So that's what I was all thinking about this week a little bit. What we could talk about. And you've had enough now?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You're good? So we call it a day?
Let's call it a day for this week.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks everybody to whoever listened or watched this. Should actually put this as well on one of those podcastings where you can just listen to it or something.
Podcastings.
Yeah, websites. I mean, you got things like Spotify. I don't know if we're allowed on Spotify yet, but things like that.
Yeah,
where
definitely.
it's just for listening.
Put it out there.
Yeah, there's lots of podcast websites, I think, out there.
I'll take your word for it. I don't have time to watch these things.
Living under a rock.
Yeah.